Hey Ryan, this is
How we
Ryan
doing?
McCollum. Good. This is Ryan McCollum. We're going to start you off with some questions. We'll start with Gabe Bach from TexAgs.com.
How you doing, Ryan?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Take us through the same question I've had for the other guys. Just
Yeah.
where did you work out? How do you feel going into pro day? And what is maybe the number one thing you felt you need to improve on physically between the end of last year and tomorrow?
So I was training in Frisco at Exos, same place as Carson and Buddy and Bobby. Um, kind of like one thing I needed to improve as I've like met with teams and stuff is like my lower body strength and my power. I don't really know how much I can show that tomorrow, but whatever way I can, I will. That's kind of been my main emphasis these past like 3 months. But yeah, no, I'm just looking forward to kind of showcasing all my hard work for the past 3 months because we've been grinding, complete like diet change, complete workout change, just for this one day. So
All right, let's move on to Mike Lucas from KAGS and then Tyler.
Hey, Ryan, with no combine this year, pro day is obviously a little more important than it has been in the past because it's your one chance to show out for the scouts. So what is your expectation tomorrow with you guys having to do the 40, the bench press on top of position-specific drills?
just to go and attack it. I think if you think about how long it's going to be, and if you think about like if you're going to be tired or not, you're not going to be focused on your actual performance. So I think you just got to focus on like one drill at a time, and just give everything you got. I mean, it's in reality, it's only like 3 hours or so, and you probably have maybe 10 minutes of work total, like between like rests and breaks and stuff. So I don't think it should be too bad. You've trained for 3 months for one day, so should be all right.
Then if I could ask one more real quick, Brad. Does it help that you're going through this with all your other seniors? It's you, Carson, Jared, all the offensive linemen kind of going through this journey together and having to go through this unique pro day as a unit, kind of how you guys came in.
Yeah, absolutely. We all get to like just talk about kind of what's going on at different places that we're training and stuff. And training with Carson, like it was actually like a familiar face, so you weren't worried about like being social or anything. You just had someone to talk to and had somebody to push you and like actually like knew them. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan. Good luck.
Okay, let's go to Tyler Shaw from KBTX and then Joshua.
Yeah, Ryan, you talk about, the 3 months of training for one day. Obviously teams have the tape and everything in your career, but for you, how important is it to stand out tomorrow in order to have a good chance in this draft?
I think like pro day, it's not going to make you jump significantly. In my opinion, I think it can hurt you. But I don't think if I go out there and stand out, I don't think it's going to be like, oh, hey, this guy's 100%, I don't know. I think if I go out there and have a poor performance, then it's going to like make me just tank, but I don't think running a 40 as an offensive lineman is going to be like, hey, I want to draft this guy in the 4th round, so.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, let's go to Joshua Allen with the Bucks report and then Cease.
Hey, Ryan, how are you doing?
Good. You?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So just kind of the theme I'm asking you guys is who have you relied on, whether it be, former players, current players, teammates, coaches, to kind of give you tips and preps on what this pro day and pre-draft process is going to be like. And then have you had any communications with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I met with the Bucks scout. It was kind of like just a general questionnaire at a scouting event in Dallas. And then I've talked to Keaton, Cullen, Eric, Lee Grimes, talked to like the offensive linemen that I'm training with and like other people that were at Exos, kind of hearing what their agents were telling them and telling them what my agent was telling me and just kind of conversating about stuff like that.
Thank you very much. Good luck on your journey.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to Robert Cessna and then Matthias.
Hey, Ryan, I'm interested. You three guys leave, and that's a huge hole in this team. And, you know, last year, the media, we said that was a big key. You were one of the huge guys that stepped up. Other than Kenyon Green, who's going to fill you? Who do you feel is going to fill you guys' shoes?
Luke Matthews, definitely. You got Layden Robinson as well. Came in at South Carolina, was just bullying kids. So I think the offensive line's in good shape. You got good leadership with those three guys. I know Luke hasn't taken many like game snaps, but I consider him to be like a veteran in this room. He's definitely one of the leaders in this room, and Kenyon's a stud. So he's gonna have everybody playing up to his level.
Ryan, I appreciate it. Wish you the best.
Thanks.
All right, and we'll wrap it up with Matias from the Timeout Podcast in Brazil.
Thank you. Ryan, here's Matheus Ornelas from Time Out Brazil. Congratulations for going for the NFL draft.
Thank you.
Carson and Jerry talk about a little bit about Jimbo and how the offense changed a lot with him. And for the center is probably the guy who have like most adjustment to do because it's a really new offense to play. How much were you having this kind of transition in your college career, and how do you think that prepare you for the NFL?
Greatly. It's like probably the closest thing you can get to a pro style offense in college. A lot of the same plays that we run are same plays that they run at the next level. And being able to ID those fronts and all the crazy fronts that we got this year from teams trying to stop our offensive line from being productive really helped because it makes things easier. And we change like our ID rules usually by game plan. So being able to do that week to week is going to make things easier at the next level, ideally.
And just a quick follow up. The teams that you already spoke, they talk with you about maybe transition for guard or what more you can do on the offensive line, including the center position.
Yeah, absolutely. I consider myself to be like an interior offensive lineman. I don't think you're just going to play one in your NFL career. You got to be able to play both guards or center. So luckily I played guard. When I was playing guard, I was backup center, and I've played center pretty much since my sophomore year. So shouldn't be too much of a problem to transition.
All right, actually, we have one more question. We're going to go to Olin Buchanan from Texags.
A decision to go into the draft. When did you make that decision, and was it difficult at all not to come back for a super senior year?
I don't know if difficult's the right word. I definitely thought about it even like up till like the week after the bowl game. I was just talking to my wife, talking to like mentors on the team, I guess you could say. Talking with people that had information from scouts and kind of grades and stuff like that. And basically just me and my wife sat down and talked about it and decided that it was best for me to go. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I can't play in Kyle Field anymore. And like they said, we don't have a senior night. We didn't get to play. Our last season was at 25% capacity. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm excited for things going forward and excited to go the next chapter of my life.
Well, as this process moves forward and more teams are meeting you and talking to you and evaluating you, what might they find out about you, do you think, that might surprise them?
My work ethic to develop that lower body strength that everybody's kind of been – every team that I've met with, I always ask them, like, what do they see my pros and cons are? And they're the same thing as me. Like, my pros are my football IQ and my weaknesses are my strength and power. And I've been focusing on that. That's been like my point of emphasis training at Exos. When I came in, I told them, I was like, hey, I need to get my lower body stronger. And so I'm going to continue to do that up until the draft and until I leave to go to whatever team I end up at. So I think seeing how much progress I've made, I'm sure they're going to reach out to the guys at Exos. And they're going to vouch that I've been working my ass off to be the best me that I can be. for this pro day, and that's not going to stop. It's just who I am.
So you feel like you've gotten significantly stronger in the lower body then?
Yeah, I've definitely gotten more powerful and stronger. I mean, I didn't really do any lower body stuff because last year we had like quarantine, and I was not really I didn't have any access to doing lower body stuff. And then whenever I got back in the summer, we didn't put any weight on my back because they didn't know how my back was going to hold up. And then that we were like, if you hurt your back in the summer and you can't play in the fall, then we're screwed. So when I got to Exos, I kind of was like, hey, my back's good. I played all season, didn't have any problems. Like, let's go. No restrictions, no limitations. And so, I mean, it was just like, I was down here and I was used to be like up here. So it was just like trying to get back to where I was, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get back to where I was and then some, to be able to be successful at the next level.
All right. Well, best of luck to you and thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Brian, that's all we got. That's a wrap.